We're back, y'all. Intuitive Insights. What time is it? It's turn up time. So let's turn the volume up. Let's step back and drop this fire insight. It's going to be a quick, it's going to be a beautiful, it's going to be a lovely insight. As the title suggests, Mark Twain. Why are we talking Mark Twain? What did Mark Twain know? Right? The novelist, the travel writer. Who was this dude, Mark Twain? Wrote Tom Sawyer. Well, Mark Twain had a beautiful, lovely quote that I want to expound on today, y'all. I'm going to expound on it. The two most important days in our lives. The two most important days in our lives. What do y'all think those days are? I'm going to give you one of them. The day you were born, right? What was the other most important day? For them ladies out there, it's probably, well, when I get married. When I get married is the second most important day, right? Or the guys out there, when I get that certain job, right? When I get that certain house. When I'm driving that certain car, right? But come to find out, as Mark Twain stated years ago, and we're all finding this out now, right? 40 million people unemployed. The second most important day of your life is you find out the reason you were born. All right, y'all, let me run that back on the rewrite machine. The second most important day in your life is when you find out the reason you were born. Right? His statement implies that there's a reason on your life, that there's a purpose on your life, that there's a passion on your life. The hardest thing in life is uncovering that. What were you sent here to do? What if you asked yourself that question on a daily basis? Right? What were you sent here to do? Were you sent here? Do you think in your heart, as you come up, grow up, everyone was supposed to follow a systemic process, right? Systemic process. Think about that. Or does each individual have its own beautiful, lovely traits, beautiful attributes that need to be watered and exposed to the world? What do y'all think? I'm telling you, the two most important days in the world. Let's run it back. When you're born, step back. I'm not doing a shuffle. The second most important day is when you find out, why were you born? Why were you born? Too many of us ask this question when it's too late. And they realize they just followed a herd mentality. They just followed a systemic process. Right? I just listen to that person. I just follow what my parent did. But you're dying inside. It's not making you happy inside. You know that you got some more lava to give to this world. And it's erupting inside you. You're a little volcano. Right? There's so much inside to give. The second most important day of your life, I'm telling you, y'all, I went through it. This is all experiential. That's why I want to share this with you. I want to share this stuff with you. The second most important day in your life is you find out why you're here. What is your purpose? Right? What is your purpose? Have you asked yourself that? Are you living in it? Have you identified what your passions are? Have you identified your strengths, your talents, your natural God-given abilities? What are they before you took on that program or that indoctrination or that education? And that all can be good, right? But once we come under the understanding, and Mark Twain knew this, that every one of us has a reason why we're here. Every single person. The universe is mathematically harmony. It's perfect. It's in balance. In balance. If we were able to show our natural selves. Okay? The only reason the universe gets imbalanced is when everybody's being something they're not. Every single person's being someone they're not, and they're like a car that needs an alignment. They're all misaligned, right? I was misaligned in my life, we become misaligned. You're not jiving, you're not moving like you should be. Mark Twain also had another beautiful quote. If you tell the truth, you have nothing to remember. Let me run that back. If you tell the truth, you have nothing to remember in your life. Because everything that comes out is true. So be true to yourself. The first person we got to tell the truth to is who we look into the mirror. If we're not honest with ourselves, we cannot be honest with anyone else in the world. It's just how it goes. If we're not honest and truthful to ourselves, we cannot be honest and truthful with others. It's impossible. What we do to ourselves is what we're able to offer others in the world. If we're honest and living our true lives and our best lives, you're going to be able to give the world some magnificent things. Magnificent things. And as I alluded to, that second question, that second part, the second most important day of your life is the hardest thing to find out. It requires reflection, self-attention, isolation from friends, family, whoever, because you have to figure out what you're here to do. Who are you? Take the name off you. Who are you? What are you made up of? What is making your heart beat? What do you truly want to do? And it starts just by asking questions. And those questions will start coming automatically. That's what happened to me in my life. Those questions will come automatically. Things won't feel right for you. And it's the universe sending you messages. It's time to do something different. It's time to expose your natural talents. And it's going to take a moment, right? Sometimes God's in the kitchen. God spends a lot of time in the kitchen working on people, right? He knows what the finish line is. Some of us think we're in a different race, and He's moving you in this race. Y'all with me? Kitchen work, isolation, asking ourselves the question. Mark Twain, Tom Sawyer, and I didn't say Twain, Mark Twain. What a beautiful quote that he's known for. The two most important days of our lives, y'all. You ready for it again? The day you were born is beautiful, right? The years from 1 to 7, it's the most beautiful lives of a child. Their whole subconscious is being programmed at that time, right? The second most important critical day of your life, even more important, right, is what you're here to do. Why are you here? Find that out, y'all. Promise you. So many people need to hear this message. I needed to hear this message. So each one teach one. What are you here to do? You got so much love to give. You got so much talents to give this world. Keep in mind who created you. I talk about it in other videos. There's 1 million sperm, and that one creates a child by divine spark. Every one of us is special. Figure out what your talents are. Ask yourselves the questions, y'all. That's my fire insight today. I'm going to sound off, turn down. Have a blessed day. Like, comment, share it, subscribe it. Much love. N2uitvie Nsights.